Hello everyone, thank you for coming to my presentation. My topic is about the developing of the super hard thin film. At first, I will give you some introduce about the review. Firstly, I will introduce the super hard material, and secondly, I will introduce the coating about the super hard material, and thirdly, let me to introduce about the fabrication technology, and last part, I will introduce my research design. Okay, first, let me to introduce what is the super hard material. Everyone know in the neutral, the diamond is the most hardest material, and it is very expensive in the industrial. But because it's very expensive, so in the industrial, people always not use to do some large things. So people always think make man-made man-made material to do these things. So people think about nitrogen boron, the NB. So people also use the super hard material to cutting other material, or it's also be a very important for function material. But the super hard material always need to large material, and as the performance is not good enough. So people always think if we can use the coating to instead of the material, that maybe it will be better. So in 1994, the Dr. Weprecht, according to the assay technical heterostructure theory, they use this theory to they think maybe we can make another new coating. They use the method about the PBCVD and to make the material about the nanocrystalline composite. In super hard coating, they always have very useful performance, like the high hardness and high temperature resistant, and also they have a very good corrosion resistant and low efficient of fabrication. Okay, in the super hard coating, we always divide it to two parts. First is a heterostructure, and the other is a nanocrystalline composite. In first part, the heterostructure, we can see in the picture, it has too many layers in there, and they are all the different material. When they in the particular forward, it will be very stressful, and this coating will be very hardness, and also they can have a high temperature resistance and the corrosion resistance. But they also have many disadvantage, like the direction intensity, because in this material, if we change the walls, they will be very easy to make the hardness down. If we change the walls, the density will drop very fast, and you can see it has many layers in there, so the process must be very complex. So in the other parts, the nanocrystalline composite, this will be a very general material coating. The nanoparticle will be in other materials. The other materials is amorphous structure, and we put the nanoparticle into this material, and they will combine together. It will be a very stressful structure. And we can see it's a very simple progress, and you have a very low coefficient of the friction. Okay, next part, let me to introduce about fabrication technology. In this technology, we can divide it two parts: the chemical vapor deposition and physical vapor deposition. in chemical vapor deposition is have this method is the very simple method. Sorry, this method is first we use it, but there's many disadvantage, like they must working in high temperature environment, and the coating is always the stable solution, and also the hardness is not very good enough. So Dr. Vekrik used the method about change it to be PECVD method, but we also have the very complex process. And in this method, people always use the metal headiel, so the environment will be pollution. So from now on, people always not use this method. Okay, next method is the physical vapor deposition. This method is people always use it. First method is the consolidated iron plating. This method is we use the electrical to put the coating into the metal, so the high speed and the high binding force. But because we use the voltage is not enable to unstable discharge, so the particle will be big size and the surface not smooth. Okay, in physical vapor deposition, you have another method. We call the magnetron spatula. In this method, the surface is smooth, and they also have the high uniformity. But in this method, the speed is very low, very slow. Because if we make the speed up, the coating will be not covered enough. Okay, next part is about I will introduce the research method. In this method, I found the technical titanium, silicon, and nitrogen coating has the high coefficient of the friction. So we add the carbon into this system, the titanium, silicon, carbon, and nitrogen system. When we put the carbon into this system can decrease the friction. But from now on, we found no one will introduce the heat resistance about this system. So I make a design about this system. First, I will use the SCM to analyze the composition, and also I will use the XRD as the X-ray diffraction to analyze the crystal structure. Then I will use the Shapiro formula to calculate the particle size, and also in 700, 800, 900, and 1000 degree in this environment, we will use the sample to test the hardness. This can be from this test we can analyze the heat resistance. Okay, let me to conclude my presentation. First, this method is always be developing, and in this method, in this part, people always not focus on the high temperature application. So in the further research, I think if we can focus on this part, it will be good. And also, in this in industrial fabrication technology, I think if we can make the sample into industrial, it will be used for the popular to it will be used people to make the material be good enough, and also all the method will have some very terrible gas. There will be pollution in the environment, so protecting environment will be the further research to do this. Okay, thank you for coming to my presentation.